always say people are going to do exactly what they want to do, no matter what. So if you want to be successful as a federal concierge, you're going to avoid these 5 mistakes. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? It's Connects, and welcome back to episode 2 of Let's Talk About It. Now, if you didn't realize you were in the episode series, now you do. So make sure to go check out episode 1 right here and let me know what you think. But today's episode is all about the 5 rookie mistakes I made when I first started. Now, let me tell y'all something, okay? You ever meet that person who's like the person who something always happens to, or maybe you that person that something always happens to? So I'm the person that everything always happens to. Now, this is very annoying, but it's good as a mentor because that means I've been through most of the stuff that y'all may go through, and I already know how to handle them. So I can teach you how to look out for it, okay? So today's episode, we're going to talk about the 5 rookie mistakes that I made when I first started as a federal concierge, so that you don't have to make those same mistakes, or you know how to handle them if you already in the mistake, okay? So, rookie number mistake. What the hell? Rookie. Okay, that's a mistake right there. Don't fumble your words. Rookie number 1 mistake. Rookie mistake number 1. There we go. Stop trying to know everything. Okay? I'm tired of saying, okay. Rookie mistake number 1. Rookie mistake number 1. Stop trying to know everything all at once. What I mean by this is, as a federal concierge, you really learn as you go. Yes, there is a basic foundation that you need to have in order to get through the process. But a lot of y'all out there, and we've talked about this in episode 1, y'all feel like y'all got to know every single thing. Y'all got to learn everything first. You got to learn stuff that you ain't even going to go through. Why are you worrying about invoicing, how invoicing work, and you ain't even submit your first proposal? You're doing too much. Stop assuming that you need, or stop thinking that you need to know every single thing about every single thing government contracting before you can submit a proposal. That's a cop-out. You're copping out, okay? And you know how I know that? Because I did the same thing. So one of the biggest mistakes that most people make in this game is always worrying about the what ifs. Life is full of what ifs. If you always worrying about the what ifs, you're never going to do the do's. So stop worrying about the what ifs. Let that come later down the line. Worry about it when it comes up. Stop worrying about it now. So, story time. It took me 6 months of preparing to actually submit. Now, out those entire 6 months that it took me, I did absolutely nothing to help me submit. I was doing this research. I was going to my meetings. I was asking questions, but I never actually went through the process of working on a solicitation. That was the problem, okay? That was the reason I wasn't being successful. It wasn't working for me because I kept thinking I needed to know everything, and you don't. Now, let me tell y'all something, okay? Because when I actually started submitting, after the 6 months that I wasted being a little punk, after I started submitting, guess what, y'all? Guess what? I literally won a proposal the next month. Think about it. If I would have stopped pretending like I needed to know everything, procrastinating, because that's what y'all really doing. Y'all procrastinating. So if I would have stopped procrastinating in the time that when I, took the course, I learned it and I knew everything that I needed to know, the foundation, because all you need is a foundation. You don't need a whole graduate class on this. All you need is a foundation. Once I got that foundation, if I would have took that foundation and just went for it and started submitting, I could have been way far beyond what I am today. Because remember, it took me 6 months of procrastinating to start submitting 1 month and win the next. So, rookie mistake number 1, stop making excuses, stop procrastinating and thinking you need to learn everything up front. The only thing you need to learn is the foundation, and that's the 5 steps. Find a solicitation, break down the documents, call the subs, price your proposal, and submit. That's all you need to know. Okay? So, stop doing that. Yes, I'm talking to you. Rookie mistake number 2. Stop niching down. Stop niching down. As a federal concierge, we do it all. We do everything. But most of y'all go into looking for solicitations that you're comfortable with, that you're familiar with, that sounds easy. But let me ask you something. Are you doing the work? Do you have to have a degree to know and get a quote? Are you physically out there doing the work? No, you're not. So why do you care about if it's easy or not? That's not your field of expertise. All you need to know is that you found somebody who could do the work and they gave you a quote. Stop niching down, y'all. Yes, your business is a trucking company. Yes, your business does lawn care. Why are you looking for solicitations only in that field? Now, I get it. It's okay to do that if you physically want to do the work for your company. That's completely okay. You can do that. But if you're doing it the concierge way, you don't have to do that because we're not doing the work. You get it? So that means we can do anything that the government is asking for as long as we can find somebody to do it. So one of the mistakes that I made is always thinking, okay, I'm just gonna find lawn care. I'm just gonna find janitorial work because that sounds easy. That looks easy, right? Not realizing I'm missing out on other opportunities. Hundreds and thousands of opportunities because I'm looking for a particular type of NAICS code, a particular type of niche, and you're missing out on money. So if you think submitting is hard and you can't win anything right now, how hard you think it's going to be if you only nitpicking needles in a haystack so you can submit? Remember, y'all, we are federal concierge. We do it all. We do everything. From horse training to construction to real estate to lawn care to janitorial to nuclear weapons to ammo to cleaning. Anything the government asks for, we can do. Why, y'all? Because we ain't doing the goddamn work. Okay? So get that through your heads. Remember, I got you with this. But you have to know that you should not be scaling down. You should be looking for everything. So one search should yield you a lot of results if you're not niching down. That was my mistake number 2. Rookie mistake number 3. And y'all, this mistake, it just don't make no sense why this is even a mistake, but it's true. Y'all don't want to follow and read instructions. You don't follow instructions. You don't want to read. Listen, I understand that solicitation is very overwhelming. There's a lot of pages you don't understand. There's a lot of pages to go through. You don't even know where to start. You don't even know where to begin. So what you do? You look at it like this and you don't read. You look for keywords, maybe if you know the keywords, but you don't read. Now, yes, there are documents that you don't really need to pay attention to when you're working on a solicitation, and that's cool. Okay, the other stuff you don't have to pay attention to. You only need to pay attention to 3 certain documents, and y'all should know these documents because I talk about them all the time. So in the comments below, tell me the 3 most important documents that I talk about. I'm not going to say it in this video because I want you to comment below, and I want to know that you know the documents. But in those 3 documents, you have to read those, especially the one that affects pricing. You have to read it, okay? Most of y'all don't want to read. Yes, it's 2-3 pages, but guess what? If you don't read that, then how can you get a quote? How can you get the right pricing? How can you explain to the sub what needs to be done if you don't want to read? You know, I had a student tell me, I don't like to read. And I'm thinking, so you bought my course and you now just figuring out you don't want to read? What? Okay, that makes so much sense. Come on now. You have to read the information, all right? There's a document in there that literally tells you the instructions on how to submit. And y'all don't want to read that. Guys, get over it. If you're in the federal concierge space, in the government contractor space, guess what? You're going to have to read. So just do it. Rookie mistake number 4. And this is a mistake that I've learned from because it did affect my winning a proposal, right? And some people are going to tell you, other trainers or mentors might tell you, you don't really have to do this right now. But I'm going to tell you, you should. You should highly, highly consider doing it right now. And that's updating your NAICS code. Now, what is a NAICS code? The NAICS code is a code, I think it's 6 or 7 digit code that connects a certain genre of work, janitorial, construction, consulting, whatever. It connects it to your SAM.gov account. So when a contract officer might be looking for something, they'll type in the NAICS code, and everybody with that NAICS code, they'll pop up. And they'll send them an email saying, hey, we got the solicitation coming out. If you guys are interested, go ahead and submit your bid. So I had to learn the hard way by actually having to forfeit a possible win because my NAICS code wasn't updated. Now, some people will tell you, wait until they ask you questions. Wait until they ask you questions about that you're going to win and all this other stuff to update your NAICS code. And yeah, sometimes the contract officer does a courtesy to send you that NAICS code, that information like, hey, you're not updating your NAICS code. Can you update your NAICS code? But that don't always happen. And if you don't have the NAICS code when you submit and they look at it, they literally may go to the next person who does have them. Like, your quote could be the best quote. Your quote could be perfect. They want to go with you. They want to award you. But literally because you do not have your NAICS code in the system, they will move to the next person. And that's what happened to me. And I said, oh, no, baby. We're not about to have that happen again. So what I do, learning from my mistake, because they literally told me, yes, your quote was everything. We wanted to go with you, but you weren't updated in the system. And I was like, well, I can update myself in the system right now. Well, unfortunately, because you have to be updated when you submit it and everybody else is updated when they submit it, we have to go with the next person. I said, okay, fine. And ever since that day, anytime I'm working on a solicitation, I don't care if I haven't won it. I don't care if I haven't even submitted a proposal yet on it. I'm going to SAM.gov and I'm going to go update my NAICS code with that NAICS code for that solicitation. And if you're wondering, well, how many NAICS codes can we have? I already have one NAICS code in there. How many can we have? You can have as many as it fits. Okay? You can have as many as it fits. I have like 200 and something NAICS codes in my account right now. And I update it. Anytime I'm working on a solicitation, I don't have that NAICS code for it. And if you need help, of course, you know I got you. If you need help with a NAICS code or updating a NAICS code, you can check this video right here, and it will walk you through on how to update your NAICS codes. But guys, don't wait for them to ask you to update your NAICS code. If you're working on a solicitation, just update it. Now, if you're working on like 6 solicitations for the week, that's cool. Just update all the NAICS codes at the end of the week. Like, if you know you're going to be working on 6 and you don't have those NAICS codes in your account, just update them. Put all 6 of them in there, okay? So do it in bulk. You know, you're working on solicitations and you don't have those NAICS codes, get all those NAICS codes, write them down, and do it in bulk, okay? So you know how to do it. It'll be easy if you do it that way instead of doing it every single day. But that was my rookie mistake number 4, not updating my NAICS codes. Rookie mistake number 5, and this is a very big and costly mistake. Not checking your math. 3 times. 3 times. I didn't check my math, and it affected me. Now, luckily for me, it affected me in a positive way because I ended up making more money. I know a lot of students who have submitted proposals, didn't check their math, and ended up needing to pay out of pocket their subcontractor, or their profit was darn near zero. All because they didn't check their math. Now, when the sub gives you their quote, that's easy to do. You put it in there, you good to go. But when you start adding your money on top, that's when it gets confusing. And that's why you need to check it 3 times. And I mean 3 times. Check it once, check it twice, check it a 3rd time, and then have somebody else check it. Okay? But you need to be checking it 3 times to make sure it adds out. Because I'm telling you, if you put the wrong pricing, you are stuck, because there's this thing called fixed firm pricing. So you send out a solicitation, you fill out the documents, right? You fill out the pricing sheet, and they ask you, how much is this going to be for the next 5 years, right? If you mess up your pricing, guess what? You could win that contract, but the next year, more than likely, you stuck with that pricing. Even if it's wrong, you stuck with it. Unless you just give up the contract, which you absolutely can do, guys. Don't have to pay out of pocket. If you realize you messed up on a pricing sheet and they give you an award, say, unfortunately, due to accounting errors, we did not fully analyze the cost of our proposal, and we would like to rescind our offer because it's not going to be financially whatever. I don't know, whatever. Say something like that. But you got to check your math, guys. You have to check your math. Okay? Those are the 5 rookie mistakes I made, so you don't have to. I hope this helps somebody, because I know most people talk about how to get into government contracting, how to submit, well, maybe how to submit, or how you can make money off it, but they never tell you the mistakes that they go through. I, for some reason, am not always that person who goes through the mistakes, but that makes me the perfect mentor, because now I can teach you the mistakes. So hopefully those 5 steps will help you become a better federal concierge. Now, just a little side note, if you guys are ready to get started as a federal concierge, you know this is something you want to do, but you want a little bit more information, or you want to talk one-on-one with me, go to the description. Now, read me when I say this, because y'all be asking, where's the link? The link is in the description, y'all, okay? Go read the description. I work hard on my descriptions. Go read my description. Go book a call with me. You can book a free call with me to discuss your training options if you're ready to get started. You know federal concierge is something you want to do. You've been watching my videos. You've been seeing other people's results, and you want to get in on that. Go to the description below. Go book a call with me so that we can discuss your training options. Now, if you feel like you need a little bit more information, a little bit more, I'm not going to try to convince you, because I know what I do works. So I ain't convincing nobody. I'm sorry. I can't do that. But if you want a little bit more information, feel free to register for the free master class. Link in the description, y'all. Link in the description. Okay? register for the free masterclass that I have every single Saturday, okay? You still have time to register for the one coming up this Saturday. So go ahead in that link, register for the free masterclass, and come on down so we can talk about all things Federal Concierge. You can get a little bit more information, learn the 5 steps, learn how I started, and all this other good stuff, okay? Well, that's all I have today. Thank you for joining me. Before I get out of here, I want to ask you a huge favor. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to this channel. Make sure you share this video and comment and like below. I would really appreciate it if you gave me that support. I would really appreciate it. So with that being said, like I always say, people are going to do exactly what they want to do, no matter what. So make sure you don't make the same 5 mistakes that I did. I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more tutorials.